to the world. Subscribe now to the Hot 97 YouTube channel. It's Ebro in the Morning with Laura Stiles and Rosenberg.
I was so disappointed when I started seeing this rumor online, the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. I was like, please, Rosenberg, tell me it isn't so. Well, there was rumors saying that there was a report that they were in deep negotiations to fight. But Mike Tyson went on Twitter and said there was a headline that said that it was happening. And Mike Tyson wrote, "This is new to me. I just saw Jake in St. Bart's," and he never mentioned it. So I'm hoping that means no for all of this.
But
I
here's
just
the thing.
I can't.
I'm
see
not.
him.
I'm not. I know this may surprise people with being how big a Mike Tyson fan I am. I don't hate the idea of it. If Mike could get $30 million in one night to not get hurt, and he won't get hurt against Jake Paul, why not? Is it going to really mess up his legacy? He's in his 50 years old. He's in his 50s. He's high. Like, no one's going to go, Mike Tyson used to be great, but then he had a fight with Jake Paul. Like, I don't know, Laura. If it's enough money to make the rest of his life chill,
all of these.
I'm not mad.
Well, what you've gotten accustomed to, Rosenberg, what I hear, and I don't disagree with you, what I hear is you've gotten accustomed to these exhibition fights for the sake of entertainment, right? Like, we've all been conditioned now over the last couple of years to be okay. Even like with the Tyson Roy Jones.
Yep.
Like where we were like, yo, hope nobody gets hurt. We don't know if this is a good idea. And we watched it and we were like, okay, they were careful enough to not try to hurt one another, but still, made it. It was an entertaining Saturday night. We all paid the pay-per-view, whatever. I think that's what your mind is conditioned for and what I hear you saying here. My biggest problem with the whole Paul brothers or Jake Paul, et cetera, is there are definitely people right now, because there was a story that Jake Paul, I think it was Jake Paul, made $40 million last year in his fights. I think it was, and he was like one of the highest paid boxers other than Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, that sounds right.
My problem is people actually want to put him in the conversation with professional boxers. That's the only problem I have.
Right.
The only problem I have at this point is that people want to act like he's going to get in there with a real boxer.
Well, listen, if that ever happens, then we'll get to see how he fares against a real boxer. And at the end, you'll either say, oh, so he is a real boxer.
Exactly.
Or see, he's not a real boxer.
That's right.
So eventually he's going to get there where he has to have a fight against a current active boxer where you do not get to continue to consider this way. But I guess people really like spending money on these Jake Paul fights. I'm just looking at it from the perspective of Mike.
The bag.
Like, to the bag. Mike, remember, Mike lost a lot of money, had to start over again, and he's made a lot back, and he's doing good now. I have no idea what his finances are now. I'll tell you this. If Mike is already sitting on $30 million, $40 million, I wouldn't even bother. But if he's like, working every year just to get by, to have enough money to live, and you could get it in one night, I would have no judgment on his legacy.
And Mike won't try to hurt this kid. Mike will not try to hurt this kid. Mike, from what I could tell when I watch Mike have conversation with people, he just wants to have fun and show love. And if he can get in and have a good little workout and pick up $30 million and be on TV and spread love and positivity, he'll do it.
I hate it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Why do you hate it, Laura?
I just feel like he's too.
He doesn't deserve it.
He's too good for this.
And too good for this. Yeah, like I just don't feel like he needs to be part of the spectacle. But whatever.
Yeah.
Think of it like a workout.
Boxing is a spectacle.
Think of it like a workout, Laura Stiles, like a sparring workout that he's getting paid a lot of money for.
Also, remember, boxing. Mike made his millions in boxing. Boxing it may be called the sweet science. From a business standpoint, it is filth. It is rip-off artists, con men, and garbage. I'm sorry. So that's what the whole sport is and has been for a long time. So don't feel too bad about it.
This is like Jay-Z doing a versus with Lil Nas X. You know what I'm saying?
It's really not.
That's what it feels like.
That's what your heart's telling you that, but it's not.
It's not. No.
Because it's like this dude just popped up.
No. Your heart is telling you that. You have love for Mike Tyson. Your heart says that. It is not.
It's not that.
It's not that.
He wouldn't even spend 2 minutes thinking about it. He'd be like, all right, sure. And he'd show up and he'd make his money and go home. That's it.